Last time on Towards the Adventure, we finally got the winter shrink wrap up, like a giant greenhouse that will protect us from snow and ice and add some insulation from the cold as well. Unfortunately, we ran out of time, the wind picked up, and we couldn't continue shrinking.
Still that wind warning in effect for much of southern Ontario. Warning of gusts upwards in some cases of 90 kilometers per hour.
It looks like that front itself, like that storm has passed. It's calmed down a little bit, which is good. I don't know how many more of those we can withstand.
Hold on, carefully constructed tent.
All part of the adventure.
Hello and good morning.
We're giant cups of coffee deep.
Oh,
and so we're
one.
feeling much better.
Much
About
better.
half an hour ago, we couldn't even. Moving is difficult.
There's going to be some yoga in my future. Try to reset my body from the great pains of laboring for 18 hours to get this not done yesterday.
Here's our new morning view, slightly obscured by our plastic enclosure, which needs a lot of work. But yeah, we had some crazy winds at 6 a.m.?
Yeah, I don't know. It was about 5:30. I woke up. There was lots of banging on the outside. I got up, had a look around, thought, if that wasn't the point that our enclosure was flying away, we should be good for the winter.
Although the real winds aren't supposed to start till I think 6 p.m. tonight.
Still that wind warning in effect for much of southern Ontario. Warning of gusts upwards in some cases of 90 kilometers per hour.
Winds are even more powerful down by the lake.
I've never seen waves this big, easily 5 meters. Please stay away from the water. This is an angry lake on a day like today.
Getting into hurricane force wind gusts.
This is not gonna go well. These are just small gusts. It's supposed to go up to 110 kilometers per hour at times. You can see that all these spots that are still loose and unshrunk are moving. And then right next to the door there, it's nice and tight and not moving. That's what we wanted the whole thing to be like, but we ran out of time yesterday.
How's it going up there?
Well, it's not great.
Things are holding up okay, though?
I mean, it's shaking around a lot. My heart is pounding. I kind of want to close up so that if it lets go, I don't get hit by it. Yeah. How's it going down there?
Things are rolling. We had a whole bunch of stuff slide off the bench there. Watch the back.
What was that?
What was that?
I don't know. Up here looks okay. So Michelle just ran out to run an errand, and we finally figured out what made the snap earlier. One of our cross beams cracked right at the mast. So I'm trying to go up to fix this cross beam, because if it does like let go, it could cut a hole in it, which could be catastrophic or fine. We don't know, but it's so rough out there right now. I just really I could just, if one of the posts lets go, you know, being alone here, I'd just rather not. We'll wait for a little lull in the storm. I've got my zip ties and my foam wrap, and then some of this cross-woven strapping, so I can kind of tie it to itself and try to hold it together until we can properly fix it. Yeah. Here's a lull. Shall I go? Crazy. Almost done. Right, that'll just ought to stop it from piercing it. Hoping. I just checked the weather forecast for Toronto Island Airport, and it looks like 30 gusting 45 knots, so that's almost 90, maybe more than 90 kilometers per hour gusts, right up until 8 a.m. and it's currently 5 p.m. So it'll be on and off basically for the next 15 hours, yeah. Oh God. I don't know if you can see how much we're rocking. It's pretty wild. I just hope that the cover stays up. Here's Michelle coming back. I'm gonna go grab the door from him. Hey, I got the door. Oh, How was your adventure?
Yeah, it's windy out there.
Is there a lot of stuff blowing around the streets?
Yeah, there's a kayak that just skidded across the parking lot. Yeah, the waves in here in Snug Harbor look pretty wild, definitely surfable. They're coming in all the way up through the harbor. It'd be a pretty epic surf wave if you could get out there. Hold on, carefully constructed tent. There goes my beer. It's all funny. Do you have something to wipe it up?
I do not. Got a massive drop in atmospheric pressure. What are you thinking, Michelle?
It's rough. That's all.
Found our first kind of major damage. Looks like our seam came undone between the mizzen mast and the topping lift on the main boom. It's solid 2 feet. That looks like 2 feet. Tape and maybe the electric heat gun. Gun. the mast.
No, I'm not hanging on. I'm like bracing back.
So that was all welded, like plastic welded around the mast, and it all let go. Obviously it wasn't plastic welded enough, but
One giant melted piece of plastic.
holy where?
Another one right below it.
Holy shit. Hold on to the mast thing. You're holding on to the frame that could go flying.
Now I'm not holding on. I have my hand on the frame.
Woo, that was a big gust.
Feel like more than that.
No, that looks good.
Well, we've had to make our first repair. That was exciting. Hopefully we don't have to do any more of those tonight.
Yeah. We were supposed to be through kind of, well, it's supposed to be the same, I guess, but we've definitely been getting some heavier gusts now. There's no doubt about that. Oh, I just wish we had shrunk it. It'd be totally fine if it was shrunk. It'd be solid. You know, some of the feet on the frame are kind of bobbing up and down because they're getting lifted. Once you're shrunk tight, like, you're good. So, anyways, so it goes. It's 4:30 in the morning. I just came up to have a look at how everything was doing. Looks like we blew a bit of a hole in the port bow bubble. But other than that, we're still okay. Good morning, world. We survived the storm. I'm so relieved. I'm so relieved. Huge thank you to everyone that reached out to check on us. Even a bunch of our friends saying we've got an extra room, come stay here. And I think, you know, maybe if I was working early in the morning, I would have to do that. But someone's got to stay on the boat, you know, it's our home. You got to be here to take care of it. And if something goes wrong, you can't just let it go, because it can damage other boats and things like that. But thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. It's so nice to know that people are looking out for us. All right, I'm going to show you some of the patch jobs that were done, to be done. All right, so here's the rip that we had last night that went from here all the way back to there. You can see the rest of it is just a plastic weld which held together. The tape isn't as strong as welding the plastic, but yeah, we put loads on. You can see it's probably stronger than anywhere else right now. So basically what you do is you put on this tape and then it's heat activated for the glue. So then once you heat it up, it kind of, melts onto the plastic. So here it is. Not ideal. The rest seems to be all right though. Here's our other seam. That one held together really nicely last night, so I'm pleased with that. Though we are still supposed to have gusts up to, I think it's like 30-35 knots for the next 24 hours. And then Wednesday morning we get 5 knots, so we should be able to shrink this all in, make the repairs, and everything's gonna be okay. Oh my God. So brutal. Just a mess of masts.
With so much destruction, boats tipped over off their cradles, and 280,000 people without power, we're lucky to have made it out unscathed and with our winter cover intact. Like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to ring the bell. Until next time on Towards the Adventure.